All right, let's get practicing in QuickBooks Online. Grab the link below in the description so that you can follow along. All right, here we are in the QBO Gym, and the QBO Gym is a place where we have numerous exercises that simulate real-life scenarios that you may encounter as a bookkeeper. Every single month, we come out with a new set of exercises for you to practice and complete, and we break it down for you into 4 different sections. So today we are going to be working in the October warm-ups section. At the top here is a little synopsis to tell you what you're going to be doing for Craig. He is our fictitious business owner. Further down is an interactive quiz to test your knowledge. And then all the way at the bottom here are the exercises within this section. So today we are going to practice recording a cash payment. You will need to be in the same session of the sample company that we used for the previous exercise. If you have not done that one yet, go ahead and click on the link on the top right corner of the screen. That will take you to that exercise, and then you complete that one and then come back to this one. So our scenario today is that Kathy from Cookies by Kathy stopped by the office to drop off a big cookie tray as a thank you to Craig and his team for all of their help these last couple of months. While she was there, she paid her bill with cash and would like a printed receipt. Craig wants you to add the cash she paid to the petty cash account. So let's start by recording the cash payment that Kathy made on her account. To get there, we need to click on the plus new button, then click on the plus new button, there we go, and select receive payment. So here I am in the sample company. I am on the last page that I left off of from the previous exercise. We are going to go over here to the left side, this plus new button, select that, and then under customers, select receive payment. And you will see this transaction form appear. Let's go ahead and fill it out. In the customer field, we need to look for Cookies by Kathy. So if you click into it, you can either scroll or you can start typing cookies for Cookies by Kathy. There it is. Select that. In the payment method field, we're going to select cash because that is how she paid. So click on the little arrow under payment method and select cash. There is no reference number. This is for when you have checks. You would put the check number there, but since it's cash, we are going to leave that one blank. In the deposit to field, we're going to select undeposited funds. Note that if there was already a petty cash or a cash on hand account in the chart of accounts, then we would choose that account here. So let's get Kathy's payment recorded first, and then we'll work on setting up that particular account. So select undeposited funds for that deposit to field. It is right here. And then we are going to put in the amount received, $75. It's going to match the transaction, which will automatically check it off for us. So amount received, change that to 75. When you hit the tab, you will see that QBO has automatically selected this invoice for us and put this in the payment amount, which matches our open balance, which is great. That's showing that she has completely paid this invoice. So like I mentioned before, she wants a copy of the receipt. So we're going to click on print. And keep in mind that if the customer wanted to have an email receipt for her payment instead of printing it off, we would simply save and send to initiate the email. But since she wanted a printed copy of it, we're going to click on print. That is down here on the black bar right in the middle. Just click on print. And the print preview will appear for you. Now, I don't know if you saw before it went to this screen. It said that the receive payment was saved. We're going to come back to mentioning that in a minute, but let's go ahead through this. So your print preview has showed up. Clicking on the print button in the previous step launches this screen. So to continue printing the receipt for Kathy, you would click on the print button here as well. This would open the receipt in another window. Note that your print preview may operate a little bit different based on the browser that you're using than what I'm using right here. So if you wanted to print it off for the purpose of this exercise just to see how it looked, you could absolutely do that, or you could just move on to the next step. So I'm going to pretend that I had clicked this print so that I could give it to Kathy. then it would just close out for you. But since I'm not actually hooked up to a printer, I'm just gonna go ahead and click on the white close button right here. Now, as I mentioned before, that QBO automatically saved the payment when I clicked on print before opening the print preview screen. And again, I don't know if you saw that, it kind of showed a little notification at the top there. After you print the receipt and give it to Kathy, you would return back to this receive payment screen in QBO, which is what we did. We are going to click on save and close. Even though it has saved for you, it's just good practice to make sure that it is saved just in case. It never hurts. But alternatively, you could also click on the X on the top right corner of the screen. So let's go ahead and click on the green save and close button. And it's showing that it has been saved for us. But let's just say if you are receiving a payment and you closed out of it and you're not sure if the transaction went through or not, you can always check the activity for that particular invoice. So let's see how you would do that. Step one, you would have to locate that invoice in question. There's many ways to do this, but for this example, we would just go through the customer list. So you would click on the customer and leads and then, or hover over that and then click on customers. I am already here on the customer page because this is where I had left off of from the previous exercise. If you are not on this page, again, here is that customers and leads. You would hover over that and then select customers, and you would see this appear for you. So we want to go scroll down on the list until we find Cookies by Kathy and then click on the customer name. So if we scroll down here, here is Cookies by Kathy. Go ahead and click anywhere on that line and you will see her customer profile appear and includes, if you get any pop-ups here, just go ahead and click out of those. You will see all of the transactions and activity over here on this side. Let's go ahead and click on the invoice in question just to see a little more information. So if you click on this, you will see a little pop-up that shows over here on the right-hand side. As you can see, it is showing as paid with that cash, that deposit, or that transaction that we just created. You see that right here. You can always view the payments. But you can see that it has actually been paid. So we're going to click on the X. You can also see here that there is this payment line that shows that it is paid as well. So there's lots of ways that you can do it, which is great. I love that about QBO, that it gives you so many different ways to do workflows and so many different ways to check on things. So those are two different ways that you could actually check on whether an invoice is paid or not. So now that Kathy has left, you tell Craig that since he doesn't already have a petty cash system in place, you have some suggestions about setting it up and handling the petty cash account that will help make sure he has a good process in place to manage his cash and ensure everything is tracked accurately. Craig replies that you just said the magic word cash, and now he's eager to hear how you can help. So we're going to cover that in the next exercise. But that is how you would record a cash payment. And if you have any questions or want to know more about the QBO Gym, just go ahead and click on the link below in the description. Be sure to leave this session of the sample company open as you will need it for the next exercise where we practice setting up petty cash. And I will see you in the next video.